Well, you heard me. So I might as well pop on. Well, you heard me. Now I have to mute myself on my screen. YouTube was just playing me. So anyway, hello, everybody. Um, and Grandma was just sitting here, just typing away. Didn't realize the clock went. I usually wait a minute before I pop on, but you could hear me and my eyes jingling. Anyway, hello, hello, hello. All right, so Kristen, you will do wonderful. This one is fun. This one is all over the board. There's some new stuff, some old stuff. It's all jumbled up. So this is there's some well, they're all famous people, but some are political, some are just people we know from history. Some of them are, yeah, people, television, movies, act, that kind of thing. So, hello, Harry Peters. So glad you're here, Lucky Chucky. Glad you're here. You should stay and play. You don't usually stay and play. And so, anyway, um, yes, I'm glad to see everybody. Um, it's gonna be fun. That's why we do this. This is more, you can't really study for this. This is just stuff that you would know, or not. We'll see. But it's so random. It's not any time period. So, anyway. So, while we are all coming in, I am going to go ahead and give you our message from our sponsor. Our sponsor is me. Our sponsor is Grandma's Gifts, the number 4, the letter U.com. You can get all kinds of stuff. I've been making some things for uh people over on Malloy's channel. So I've got some stuff on there for Malloy's folks. I just put some stuff up for them. Um I I create them. I create the stuff, and then I have a company. It's a print on demand. So I'm not physically doing it. I design it, I create it, I put it on all the stuff that I want it to go on, or what y'all come up with. And then it's sent to a place that puts it on the hoodies, the t-shirts, the sweatshirts, the hats, all of that stuff. So once I create it and I put it on the site and everything, then it goes to a print on demand company that actually does the physical stuff. They mail it out and all that stuff. So anyway, so I have a lot of fun creating it, coming up with all the different designs. I use a lot of AI stuff, and it's just fun. Uh, so it's fun to take in people's ideas, like Caterpillar. She had some ideas that she wanted. So one night on a stream with on Malloy's channel, I was live like this on his channel with him, and we're talking, and I'm putting together this stuff for them. So it's fun. It's something that I do that's just um it's fun to do. Coming up with these and getting these trivia questions and stuff are a lot of fun too. Aw, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Love y'all. Um, I love doing these trivia questions. All of this really helps my brain. I can't sit here for long periods of time and do it, but it's good to be able to come in, do trivia questions, come up with them, get it all together, take a break, come back, and then to be able to come on and talk to y'all and interact with y'all, I love it. It's a lot better. I mean, I love reading the books for the kids. I can't do that really anymore because of my head injuries, but I enjoy this more, even though I loved doing the books, because I get to interact with y'all. So after this stream, I will put words on stream back on. Um, I had it on last night, but they were doing something with our internet and I had forgotten. So at midnight they kind of went down. Yeah, I had three traumatic head injuries. So I have short-term memory loss. I have a whole host of stuff that I'm much better than I was, but I still struggle a lot. So anyway, so this is really good. Everything I do, that's why I do a lot of brain games. My child is here. Hello, child. Um, uh, child, there should be things on here. You should know a lot of this. Um, so anyway, a lot of it is deduction. You can do a lot of deduction. That is, yes. She and my this child wasn't living here when I had the accidents. I had 3 car accidents within 13 months to the day of each other. So there was trauma on top of trauma. I would start to get better and then it would knock me back. And it was really bad. Um, um, yeah, and it's been 5 years and I still struggle, but yeah. Aw, thank you. I'm proud of how far I've come. I pushed myself. I didn't wanna live like that. A lot I will never get back, and I know that. I've learned how to cope with things and deal with things and kinda fake it. Y'all don't know a lot of times. I've had a seizure on stream before. Y'all don't even know. So anyway, enough of all of that. Um, Tonight, I'm gonna tell you really quick. Oh, so go to grandma's gifts for you. That's the number 4 and the letter u.com. Go on there, look around. If there's anything that you come up with, like Kata did, let me know and I'll play around with it. It's fun. All right. So the way we play this game is, for those who don't know, you can come in and watch a replay. You do not have to play live, of course. I would love for you to be here live. It's fun to thank you, Marissa. She's got the link in the chat. Um, I love for y'all to be here. I love the competition of seeing you and getting you up on the board and, that's fun. It's so much fun. But you don't have to. You can watch it as a replay, if you miss it. And it's just like watching Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune or any of those game shows on television. You just say it out loud. But if you're here, all you need to do is in the chat, put the number 1, 2, 3, or 4 that goes with the answer that you believe is correct. So I'm going to go ahead and put myself down here. So when we get moving, I will not be in the way. Hey now. Yes. Oh, the link is in the description. And also I have discount codes. So right now, the discount codes that I have that are running for the month of February are Be Mine. If you put in Be Mine, you get free shipping. And if you put in FEB30, so Feb 30, you get 30% off of everything that you buy. All right. Ready? Here we go. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, professional wrestler, which actually he's not going to be ex because he's coming back. One of the world's most famous actors, early life included what? 1, studied ballet in high school. 2, he grew up in South Africa. 3, enrolled as an astronaut training in an astronaut training program. Or 4, bachelor's degree in criminology. What did he do? What did he do in his early childhood? And he is coming back. So we really can't say that he is an ex-professional because, um, I just my son told me he's a huge wrestling fan. Oh, well, hello. We have Kat is in here now, and Eddie Haskell has made it here. Malloy. All right, it's 4, a bachelor degree in criminology. Very good. Very good. We have a whole lot of people in here watching. So, those of you who are watching, don't be shy. Get in there and click a button. Um, yeah, you get 45 seconds. So, you don't have to wait until I stop talking. As soon as you see it, put it in there. As a teenager, Rolling Stone superstar Mick Jagger, 1, was in a lip balm commercial. 2, was arrested during a Mods and Rockers gang brawl. 3, was always a model student. Or 4, was a dancer to make ends meet. What did Mick Jagger do? Was he in a lip balm commercial? Was he in a brawl? Was he a model student? Or was he a dancer to make ends meet? What did he do? I could see him in all of that. So, as you put in the answers, the way it tabulates is it tells you if it's right. Everybody thought he was a dancer. No, he was always a model student. Eddie Haskell. Good job. Good job. So it tells you if you got it right or wrong, but it also judges how fast you get it in. So Eddie didn't have to compete against anybody because he's the only one that got it right. Good job, Eddie Haskell. All right. What American president received an award from the National Wrestling Hall of Fame in 1992? Wrestling. What president was in the Wrestling Hall of Fame? 1, Gerald Ford. 2, George W. Bush. 3, Bill Clinton. Or 4, Abraham Lincoln. Who was inducted into or received an award from the National Wrestling Hall of Fame in 1992? Wrestling Hall of Fame. Let's see. I think most of y'all, oh, my nose itches. Sorry, guys. All right, we have Gerald and George. Wow. Abraham Lincoln. He was known, he loved to wrestle. Very good. Very good. Lucky Chuck, Marissa, Lucky Chucky, and Kata. Very good. Oh, by the way, if you've noticed, I can actually see it. It's not spinning, spinning, spinning tonight. So I'm not having to look at all my other stuff to see, which is good. Maybe that what they did last night helped. All right. Drake, rapper, writer, and songwriter, was 1, raised on a dairy farm. 2, raised loving to cook. 3, raised loving music. Or 4, raised in a wealthy home. Drake, how was he raised? Was he raised on a dairy farm? Was he raised to love to cook? Loved music, or raised in a wealthy family? Oh, the other night I asked different things to do, and, somebody had mentioned, rap. So I was going to do rap. I thought, "Okay, well, we could do rap." I cannot do regular rap. I'm gonna have to I'll look into '80s rap. This is grandma's house, we can't do that. So it's 3. He was raised loving music. They were very, very poor. He was raised very poor, but they always had music around. And I think his dad was in a band. I don't know about that. Don't um oh, he wanted it to be cows. She's a cow fan. All right. Which of the following is true about the first global rock and roll star, Elvis Presley? 1, he was drafted in the US Army before he was famous. 2, he was always a confident, outgoing student. 3, he traveled all over South America in his youth. Or 4, he had a twin brother. What what is true about Elvis before? Which the following is true about the global rock star? He was drafted before he was famous. He was always confident and outgoing. He traveled all over South America. No, he had a twin brother. He had a twin brother. Very good. Eddie Haskell got that one. He was drafted in the Army after he became famous because that was a big deal because he did go. And they were trying to say, "No, you can't take Elvis." So he went into the Army, but after he was famous. Alright. Walt Disney creative genius behind 19 beloved animated films was: 1, the first voice of Mickey Mouse; 2, not involved in Disneyland; 3, never awarded an Oscar; or 4, chronologically I can't say that word, frozen. He's frozen. Which is it? 1, he was the first voice of Mickey Mouse. 2, he was not involved in Disneyland. 3, never awarded an Oscar. Or 4, he was frozen. Let's see. He was the first voice of Mickey Mouse. I think they talked about freezing him, but I don't is that even a real thing? I don't know. Probably. Like a brain or something, I'm sure they've frozen people's brains. I'm pretty sure. Crying cryogenically. This is where my brain I've been doing some stuff, and I'm like, I can't even pronounce these words. Alright. Which is not true about Bruno Mars? 1, was well known for doing Elvis impersonations. 2, was named after the planet Mars. 3, stole his mother's wedding ring and gave it to his teacher. Or 4, started performing at age 4. What is not true about Bruno Mars? Is he well known? Was he not? Okay, so this is not well known for Elvis impersonations. Named for the planet Mars. Did he still steal his mom's diamond ring, and give it to his teacher? Or did started performing at age 4? Not true. Named after the planet Mars. He was not named after the planet Mars. No. But all that other stuff is true. He did he does Elvis impersonations. He stole his mom's ring and gave it to his teacher, and he's been performing since the age of 4. Very good. Good job. All right. Before Dave Chappelle became a successful comedian, he was 1, taking lessons to be a race car driver, 2, performing as a Shakespearean actor, 3, determined to become a teacher, or 4, booed off of the Apollo Theater stage. What happened to Dave Chappelle? He wanted to be a race car driver. He was performing Shakespeare. He was determined to be a teacher, or 4, he was booed off of the Apollo stage. Well, he was booed off of the Apollo Theater stage. Good job. We got Malloy and Kristen and Eddie. The 3 of y'all. I'm looking at these teeny tiny little boxes. Good job, guys. Good job. Uh-huh. My daughter got it wrong. You should know about Dave Chappelle. He's wonderful. Love him. All right. Which is not true about Microsoft founder Bill Gates? 1, his favorite band is Weezer. 2, he plans to donate 95% of his fortune to charities. 3, he graduated from Harvard with honors. Or 4, English is the only language he can speak. What is not true about Bill Gates? Not true. Is his favorite band Weezer? I have never even heard of that. Does he want to give out 95% of his fortune to charity? Did he graduate from Harvard? Or is English his only language? He graduated from Harvard with honors. He did not. And grandma's brain does not remember. I did read where he went, but I cannot remember. I don't. I might know a song, but the name of the band is not. You know me, I do not remember those things. And that has nothing to do with brain damage. It is just not something that is ever stuck in my brain. I don't know. I can sing the lyrics to songs like you wouldn't believe, but when it comes to what the name of the song is or what who sang it, then I don't know. All right. Muhammad Ali became a boxer because 1, someone stole his bike. 2, his father was a professional boxer. 3, he had to defend his siblings from bullies. Or 4, a school coach noticed his athletic ability. Why did Muhammad Ali become a boxer? Did somebody steal his bike? He got mad. Was his father a professional boxer and he wanted to take after his dad? Did he have to defend his siblings, or did a coach notice him? Which one? I don't know much about. Someone stole his bike. So he's like, don't be messing with me. I could see him defending his siblings, but that's not. I don't even know if he had any siblings. I don't really know anything about him except for he floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. All right. Olympian snowboarder Shaun White had to overcome what? 1, parents who hated the sport. 2, heart surgery when he was young. 3, fear of flying to competitions. Or 4, a car accident nearly paralyzed him. Olympian snowboarder Shaun White had to overcome what? Parents who hated the sport, heart surgery when he was young, 3, fear of flying to competitions, or 4, a car accident nearly paralyzed him. What is that? Heart surgery when he was young. Yeah, you'd never know it. You would never know it. Yeah, that would the parents you would just go, well, if they were my kids, they'd go, "We don't care, mom." Um, yes, he had the surgery when he was little. Kinda like my neighbor across the street, had a heart murmur. He's all good now. He's 8. Alright, President Dwight Eisenhower had a life-changing experience when 1, in World War I, he escaped death when a bomb went off in a trench he was in. 2, he injured his knee running into football legend Jim Thorpe. 3, he eagerly pursued, spelled that wrong, a political career. Or 4, died during surgery and came back. What life-changing experience did he have? Sorry about the typos. I do type these things in, so, the typos. My bad. My bad, guys, my bad. He injured his knee running into football legend Jim Thorpe. He did not escape death in a trench. That would be a great story, though. And so would he died during surgery and came back. That would have been a good guess. No, he was playing football and he ran into him. I know. All right. Justin Timberlake got his first start, 1, with NSYNC, 2, singing in a foreign film, 3, on the Mickey Mouse Show, or 4, as a backup dancer for Michael Jackson. Another typo. Grandma's brain. What? How did Justin Timberlake get his start? Sorry. Hmm. This is how y'all know I do these things. Um, I made a mistake in the '80s thing. And oh, he was on the Mickey Mouse Show. Most of y'all got it right. Good job. Good job. Um, it was corn. And Natasha said, "Were they in the '80s?" And I was thinking, thank you for the hearts, guys. I was thinking that it was the early '90s, so I was wrong. You hated what, the Mickey Mouse? You hated Mickey Mouse? What the heck? What? All right. As a young man, President Richard Nixon, 1, was a devout Catholic and choir member. 2, played the piano, saxophone, clarinet, accordion, and violin. 3, held the California state record for running the mile. Or 4, came in 3rd in the National Spelling Bee. What did President Richard Nixon, what did he do? Was he a devout choir, a Catholic choir member? Did he play the piano, saxophone, clarinet, accordion, and the violin? Did he hold the California state record for running the mile? Or did he come in 3rd in the national spelling bee? He played all that stuff. The piano, the saxophone, the clarinet, the accordion, and the violin. Hey, child, do you remember the accordion that I bought you when you were little? It was the cutest thing. It was a tiny little accordion. It was a real working accordion. I know. You're not doing good. Not good. You do remember that? Yeah, you did. All right. Which of the following is true about Jason Momoa? One is scarred from 140 facial stitches. 2 is afraid of sharks. 3 there you go, another typo. He is an avid rock climber. I need to do better at this. Or 4, he studied biology. What is true about Jason Momoa? Does he have 140 facial stitches? Is he afraid of sharks? Is he an avid rock climber? Or did he study biology? Whoops. Oh, I'm clicking on buttons. There we go. He studied biology. He studied biology. Can you imagine if he was scarred? I am not a big long hair fan, but he's nice. I think he was on Shark Week, so he's not scared of them. Which of the following was young Queen Elizabeth II able to avoid? 1, sending out holiday cards. 2, getting a driver's license. 3, ever traveling to the US. Or 4, celebrating her birthday. This is a good deduction question. What was Queen Elizabeth able to avoid? Sending out holiday cards, getting a driver's license, ever visiting the US, or celebrating her birthday? Queen Elizabeth. Have y'all seen The Crown? I love that show. I know that it takes a lot of liberties, but it's good. Getting a driver's license. She could drive, but she never had to get a license because she was the queen. But she could drive. She drove all the time. I think she even had a mechanics, she was a mechanic. Yes. Oh, you just started it? It's super good, super good. All right. Growing up, Tom Hanks was 1, the coolest kid in school. 2, irresponsible and frequently missed class. 3, focused on becoming an astronaut. Or 4, determined to become a horse rancher. What was Tom Hanks wanting to do, or how was he when he was little? Was he the coolest kid in school, or was he irresponsible and missed class? Or was he focused on being an astronaut? Or was he determined on being a horse rancher? Hmm, I do love watching y'all's answers. He wanted to become an astronaut. He wanted to become an astronaut. I'm glad he went. I'm glad he didn't become an astronaut. because Tom Hanks is awesome. I like Tom Hanks. You and your animals, cows, dogs. All right. Nobel Peace Prize winner Nelson Mandela, who spent his life fighting for rights of minorities, was one, the first African to win the Nobel Peace Prize, two, spent over 25 years in prison, three, didn't have a formal education, or four, born in the US and moved to South Africa as a child. Nelson Mandela was he won the first African to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Two, spent 25 years, over 25 years in prison. Three, did not have a formal education. Or four, was born in the US and moved to South Africa as a child. Nelson Mandela spent over 25 years in prison. He was not the first African to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Um, I think he was the second, I believe. Oh, I can't remember. He was not the first one. The first one happened like years, like a long time before him. I want to say 14 years. Don't hold me on that one though. All right. Singer-songwriter Bruce Springsteen became interested in music. One, watching a Chuck Berry concert. Two, seeing his father perform in small clubs. Three, watching the Ed Sullivan TV show. Or four, from interacting with his music teacher mother. How did he become interested in music? Chuck Berry concert. His dad, Ed Sullivan, or his mom? Who influenced him? Wow. The Ed Sullivan TV show. Did y'all just guess that or did you know? I didn't know that was like a knowledgeable thing. Good job, Eddie Haskell. Get in there. Okay, so Eddie, I don't know how old you are, but I'm getting ready to I was working on a 1951, so I'm gonna get some boomer stuff in there. I was doing that one last night. I was like, "Ooh, this is good. I like this." So I'll do some of those. All right. Which is not true about the soccer player great Cristani I said it earlier, Cristiano Ronaldo. I just butchered that, and I do know how to say his name. My brain's not working. He was named after President Ronald Reagan. 1. 2, he was expelled from school at 14. 3, growing up, his nickname was Crybaby and Little B. Or 4, believes weight training hurts players' speed and agility. Cristiano Ronaldo. There we go. I can't say it. And we learned from a previous trivia, he is the top paid athlete in the world. He believes weight training hurts players' speed and agility. Not true. Not true. Everything else is true. He was named after President Reagan. He was expelled at 14, and his name it is Crybaby and Little B. Not true. He does not believe that it's going to hurt your speed and agility. All right. Nikola Tesla, inventor, engineer, and futurist, moved from Europe to the US to work for Who? 1, Thomas Edison, 2, Orville Wright, 3, George Washington Carver, or 4, Alexander Graham Bell. Who did Nikola Tesla move to the US to work with? Thomas Edison, Washington Carver, or Orville Wright. Sorry, I did them out of order. Orville Wright, George Washington Carver, or Alexander Graham Bell. I have difficulties reading across. I don't, for some reason, want to go up and down on my board. Nikola Tesla. I watch the show, The Murdoch Mysteries, and they have a whole thing about Nikola Tesla coming over here to work with Thomas Edison. Good job. Good job. Most of you got that right. Thomas Edison. Very good. He moved over here to work with Edison. That show is really good. It has so much history in it. Now they kind of take liberties on stuff, but it's awesome. All right. Singer, dancer, and actor Jennifer Lopez started working as a 1, waitress in New York City, 2, United Nations translator, 3, a hair model, or 4, a backup dancer. What did Jennifer Lopez do? Was she a waitress in New York City, a United Nations translator, a hair model, or a backup dancer? What was she? Now she's everything. Let's see. All right. I didn't see what my child did. Yeah, okay. A backup dancer. A backup dancer. She was a waitress in New York City in one of her movies. I think it's called The Waitress. I don't remember. She's I like her. She's There's one movie that she is awesome in about, I don't remember the name of it, but she was being abused and she took her kid and she had to run away from her husband and she was trying to stay away from him. Oh yeah, Living Color. She was on in Living Color. That's right. All right. Before Jerry Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld success as a stand-up comedian. He 1, worked as a school janitor, was a 2, singer on a cruise ship or ships. 3, was a New York City tour guide, or 4, sold light bulbs over the phone. Jerry Seinfeld. Springer. Who knows? All right. So, what did Jerry Seinfeld do? Was he a school janitor? Was he a singer? Was he a tour guide? Or did he sell light bulbs? I'm not doing good tonight. It's been a long week. All right. He sold light bulbs over the phone. Uh, Eddie Haskell, you and Malloy, you might remember it too. Well, Kata, you might remember too. Um, remember back in the day before we had all these weird light bulbs, you would have people would like sell you like boxes of them, and they did it over the phone. All right. Before Meghan Markle married Prince Harry, she wanted to be what? 1, an architect, 2, an airline pilot, 3, a sculptor, or 4, a politician. What did Meghan Markle want to be before she married Prince Harry? She she got that she set her sights on higher things, but did she wanna be an architect, an airline pilot, a sculptor, or a politician? And if you think about it, uh, oh my goodness. A politician. She wanted to be a politician. She didn't do good, so then I guess she was like, "Well, I'll be an actress because, I can fake it and get into politics," and then she was like, "Ooh, Harry. That's that's madness." That whole thing right there, I feel bad for Harry. Poor Harry. Alright. Before Brad Pitt achieved fame as an actor, he 1 was a skydiving instructor, 2 was a cab driver in LA, 3 trained male models how to walk, or 4 he had a job wearing a chicken costume. What did Brad Pitt do before he became this famous actor? 1, a skydiving instructor, 2, a cab driver in LA, 3, he trained them how to walk, or 4, he wore a chicken costume. Mm. Oh, what did Brad Pitt do? He's famous actor. I I don't know how safe it would be to take skydiving lessons from him. You wouldn't be paying attention to the rules. He had a job wearing a chicken costume. Don't cover him up. Don't wanna cover him up. He did 2 of those technically before he was a famous actor. Which ones did he do? He wore a chicken costume, and what else? What else, child? Alright. Statesman, politician, writer, and inventor, Ben Franklin. 1 was an only child. 2 suffered from ill health at birth and throughout life. 3 had almost no formal education, or 4 couldn't read. Ben Franklin was what? 1 and only child. 2 suffered from a health throughout his ill health from birth and throughout his life. 3 had little, not none, but almost no formal education. Or 4 he could not read. I put in my guess. I didn't know. He had no formal education. Mhm. No formal education. Brain damage. No formal education. Um, that just he was educated, but not like what we think. Alright, what is not true about singer Katy Perry? 1, she believes in aliens. 2, Katy Perry is not her birth name. 3, her parents' love of all types of music inspired her. Or 4, growing up, she was not allowed to read Harry Potter. Oh, poor thing. What is not true about singer Katy Perry? She believes in aliens. It Katy Perry is not her name, her birth name. Her parents are in all types of music inspired her, or growing up, she was not allowed to read Harry Potter. What is not true? It is not true that her parents' love of all types of music inspired her. The rest of it's true. She believes in aliens. Katy Perry is not her birth name. I do not know what that is. And growing up, she was not allowed to read Harry Potter. What? Ugh, poor thing. Poor thing. I feel bad for her. All right. Vin Diesel got his first acting break when he, 1, was hospitalized after a car wreck, 2, was discovered at Gold's Gym, 3, was caught trespassing, or 4, was a bouncer at a Vegas nightclub. How did Vin Diesel get his first acting break? He was hospitalized after a car wreck. He was discovered at Gold's Gym. He was caught trespassing, or he was a bouncer at a Vegas nightclub. Vin Diesel. He was caught trespassing. Yeah, they I now I can't even remember the story. But yeah, they got caught, and instead of getting in trouble, they said, "Hey, come back." I think they were doing a commercial or something, and so they had him come back, the whole group. That's how I got discovered. Crazy. All right. Academy Award-winning singer Adele, 1, wanted to be a teacher, 2, ran away from home, 3, loved the Spice Girls, or 4, is an excellent ventriloquist. Oh, I said it. What was Adele? She wanted to be a teacher, she ran away from home, she loved the Spice Girls, or she is an excellent ventriloquist. What is it? Tell me about Adele. Hello, Clumsy. Hello. That's right, Marissa, it was breaking into a theater. They were breaking into a theater, and they were breaking into something. I was thinking a parking lot, I don't remember. So, anyway, I read all this stuff, and then my brain doesn't work. All right. She loved the Spice Girls. Spice Girls. Very good, very good. Yeah, see, I could play this game, and I would still not do well because I don't remember. I don't remember. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you came. All right. Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps was has more medals than any other athlete. Why did he start swimming? 1, he wanted to spend time with his sisters. 2, to help health issues. 3, spent a lot of time on a fishing boat with his father. Or 4, lived across the street from a public pool. Why did Michael Phelps start swimming? 1, to spend time with his sisters. 2, health issues. 3, because he was on a fishing boat with his dad. Or 4, he lived across the street from a public pool. I'm just here to make everyone else feel better about their answers. Hey, if you don't know, you guess. He wanted to spend time with his sisters, and I am so glad my child got that because she was a swimmer. We love Michael Phelps. Yeah, he wanted to spend time with his sisters, and they were swimmers. They were older. He was the youngest one. And so if he was going to spend time with them, he had to learn how to swim. Same with my kids. I was a single mom. I I said, there's one sport, and it's swimming because I can't be everywhere. All right. What was pioneer of rock and roll Chuck Berry doing when he was discovered? Was he 1, working in an auto repair shop, 2, working in a tobacco field, 3, working in a beauty salon, or 4, working in a bar? What was Chuck Berry doing when he was discovered? Was he in an auto repair shop? Was he working in a tobacco field? Was he in a beauty salon? Or was he in a bar? Or was he? All right. Oh, we got all kinds of answers. He was in a beauty salon. Malloy! Woo! He was in a beauty salon. I think it was his aunt's beauty salon, I believe. Not positive about that stuff. I try and I'm going to have all of these little facts that I can tell you about these answers, and I know them and I read them. And then because I have short term memory loss when it comes to it, then I don't remember. All right. Richard Pryor had a difficult childhood because, one, he suffered from polio and spent years in a wheelchair. 2, he was raised by his grandmother, another typo, in a brothel. 3, did poorly in school, another one, holy cow, due to having dyslexia. Or 4, at age 4, he was sent to an orphanage. Ah, me and my typos, so bad. Richard Pryor had difficult childhood because he suffered from polio. He was raised by his grandmother in a brothel. He had dyslexia and did poor in school, which I can't spell. Or he was sent to an orphanage. It is obviously the brothel. It's always the brothel. He was raised in a brothel. You didn't even pick that one, clumsy. He was raised in a brothel. He was raised in a brothel by his grandmother. Number 3 is just me. Yes, you. My daughter has dyslexia. All right. What is not true about pop star Taylor Swift? 1, was taught to play the guitar by a computer repairman. 2, was a fashion model at age 14. 3, was she has a dreadful fear of the number 3. Me, oh, you can tell I did this late. 4, grew up on a Christmas tree farm. What is not true about Taylor Swift? Was taught to play the guitar by a computer repairman. 2, was a fashion model by age 14. 3, has the dreadful fear of the number 13. Or 4, grew up on a Christmas tree farm. What is not true? I know what is not true. Grandma never makes mistakes. 3, she has a dreadful fear of the number 13. That is not true. She does not. All the rest is true. She really was taught to play the guitar by a computer repairman. She was a model, a fashion model at 14, and she did grow up on a Christmas tree farm. Very good. All right. We have 2 more questions, folks. Let's see. Actor Leonardo DiCaprio was named for 1, Leonardo da Vinci. 2, his grandfather Leonardo isn't his first name. So he was named for his grandfather. Leonardo is not his first name, his birth name. 3, a famous Italian wine, or 4, a famous Italian poet. Leonardo Caprio got his name. You know the answer to this one? What is it? Your pretty paws. Clumsy thinks she knows. Clumsy, what you said, it's his grandfather. Leonardo is not his name. Eh. Leonardo da Vinci. Clumsy. Clumsy, you need to throw some cards down and get these answers. Oh my goodness. That's funny. That's so funny. All right. Which is not true about Hall of Fame Jets quarterback Joe Namath? One, wanted to join the Air Force to be a pilot. Two, practice passing over telephone wires. Three, learn to play football from his three brothers. Or four, got rave reviews for a Broadway performance. What is not true? He wanted to join the Air Force to be a pilot. Two, he practiced throwing over telephone wires. Three, he learned to play football from his three brothers. Or four, he got rave reviews from a Broadway performance. What is not true? He got rave reviews. He did not. But he did want to be a pilot, and he did throw football over wires to practice, and he did learn how to play from his three brothers. He did not get rave reviews on a Broadway performance. But they do call him Broadway Joe. That's that's he got that nickname. All right, guys. Eddie Haskell. Woo! Eddie, you beat my child by one, but you did. That's all that matters. Eddie Haskell is our big winner. We're gonna skip number 2, and then we have Kristen Factor. Oh my goodness, and then the rest of you, oh, very good, very good. Harry Peters and Lucky Chucky, they all kinda, like, left. So, anyway, they couldn't hang with us smart ones. I am so proud of y'all. That was fun. I apologize for all of my typos. It was bad. I need to do better at reading. I need to do better. I do. I do. I that was y'all are great. Very, very good. Let me move back up here. Hello, hello. No, y'all did super good. I hope y'all had fun doing that. Um, you didn't get off the board. Because you weren't here, but for the last part, it's all right. It's all right. Words are hard. Okay, so I write. I mean, I seriously, obviously, I type all of these in, and I do them in advance, and so like I try. Okay, so I've been a YouTuber for a long time. I try and stay a month ahead. So I do these, and I do have short-term memory loss, so I do these, and then when it comes time for it, when I'm doing it, I'm like, "Oh, I've got all this knowledge in my head," and then by the time I get to y'all, weeks later, it's gone. The knowledge that I have is previous knowledge that was in there. So, anyway, Malloy, you did super good, buddy. Super good. So I am working on boomers. I'm gonna have boomers. I'm gonna have some 90s stuff, because there's a lot of, 90s stuff, a lot of music, 90s, 90s stuff, um, which is so funny to think the 90s was a while ago. So, thank you. I appreciate that. It'll be up in a ponytail tomorrow. So I'm glad y'all had fun. Again, go to my sponsor. Go to Grandma's Gifts, the number 4, the letter U. I do have some new Malloy stuff up there. A lot of mugs and stuff. Oh, I don't have anything right here. A lot of mugs for Valentine's Day, a lot of presents. And if there's anything that y'all want me to create, let me know because I love doing that. Eddie, I am so proud of you, man. So proud of you. Next week we have I'm gonna do Sunday. I've got Bible trivia. I'm not on there. It's really short. It's 25 minutes. It's only 15 questions. Um if you don't know it, it's hard. I'm not even gonna pretend I know this stuff. But next week, the regular trivias on Monday and Thursday, both are gonna be Super Bowl, and they're totally different. Super Bowl, okay? So, Super Bowl on Monday at 8 and Super Bowl on Thursday at 8. So, um it's it's a lot. I mean, I was having fun coming up with all these questions for the Super Bowl. I thought I'd only get 1, and then I started going, "Oh my goodness." So there's a lot of trivia, and it doesn't matter if you do not know. It doesn't matter. Come have fun. Come put stuff in here to throw everybody else off. Kristen, it doesn't matter, honestly. It does not matter. I love y'all just coming out here and having fun, and it's you're welcome, Granny. You're welcome. Um, you a lot of times when you're guessing, you end up guessing right, and it's just fun to come in and, honestly, if you don't know, just see how good your guesses are. A lot of it is good for deduction. um, to say, "Okay, well, I know it's not this, I know it's not that," and it comes down to 2 and then you pick 2. Um, which is another thing. We did that true or false, which was really fun. I'm gonna do that again. Um, I was working on that the other night. So I'm gonna do like 1 true and false trivia a month. So I'll do that. And then the following week we'll have Valentine's Day and another random one. You can go in the community tab and I'll have a list of what's coming up so y'all know. So you can study up. No, don't study up. Don't have to do that. And if you do miss it, you can come back and you can come and watch the replays, because like I said, you don't have to play live. Um, yes. Yes, I'm gonna do television shows, and plenty of Disney. I mean, I've got books, y'all. Look, I'm not joking. Look, I've got I've got Disney trivia. Somebody put this book, and I have a free little library in my yard, at the end of my driveway, where I put books for kids, and somebody put this Disney book in my thing. The only thing is the way the questions are, I have to kind of read through it and reword it. But I've got boomer trivia. This has 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and it's everything. It's got cars, politics, technology, music, TV shows, movies. So we'll be pulling from this. And then the Bible ones, because I do not know that stuff. So anyway, I had to get some stuff because my knowledge is not there. So anyway, good job. I am getting prepared, and sorry about the typos. Peace to you too, Eddie. Proud of you, man. Thanks for beating my child. My child is over there crying now. All right. So, y'all, I'm getting ready to go over and start Words of Stream back on. I'll play for just a little bit, but my brain is fried, so I'm not going to play for very long. So, if y'all want to go over, I'm going to set up Words on Stream and just let that go. And I'll play, we're going to play Wordle. That's another good brain game. Wordle will be on Saturday at 1 p.m. You can always go in my live tab and see what the next ones are that are coming up. All right. Okay. Marissa's over here rolling her eyes. All right, guys. Love y'all. So glad you came to spend this time with me. I so appreciate it.